Welcome to Hot Tea. I'm your host, Mikayla Nissan. Today we're welcoming Diana Renee Sokal to the pod. Diana and I know each other through our shared involvement in FIDF, Friends of the Israeli Defense Forces, and from the moment I met her, I was truly struck by how intentional she is in every area of her life. It's hard to find someone so disciplined out there, if you will. She's a mother of two, a wife, entrepreneur, communications expert, and the founder of DR The Firm, a luxury communications and brand strategy firm working across aesthetics, healthcare, longevity, wellness, jewelry, and other trusted brands serving the luxury consumer. Ooh la la. Before launching her own firm, she built an impressive career in luxury communications, beginning at Harry Winston, and later leading communications for Dr. Appa, one of the most recognized names in aesthetic dentistry. She eventually turned that role into an entrepreneurial opportunity, with Dr. Appa actually being one of her first clients. Today, she's helping some of the most respected experts and brands tell their stories, build trust, and connect with the audiences that they serve. Diana, welcome to Hot Tea, Herbal and Verbal.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Let's get to it. So what tea? Yeah. So let's kick it off. What tea are we drinking today?
A lesser known tea, Sancerre.
Sancerre. I love that tea.
Listen, this is my second pod appearance.
Which is already amazing.
I was on a pod.
Where were you on first?
I was on Mother Life.
Tell us about it.
Hosted by Carrie, who is amazing and my camp counselor and longtime friend.
I love that. Did you have vino during that episode as well?
I didn't, and I learned a valuable lesson. I think as a communications professional, I spend so much time thinking about every word.
Yeah.
And I care so much about if a sentence lands and the
that
word choice. I was too in my head. So I walked on Mother Life so I could run with you.
I love that. I adore that. And sometimes I am drinking a tea. I'm drinking actually the Trader Joe's organic blood orange. It's delicious. It's an herbal tea because, herbal and verbal. I love it. I also love their ginger. It's ginger peach, I want to say. But today we went with blood orange. But sometimes you just got to have a little vino instead.
Yeah, it's happy hour
respect. Here. Exactly. It's also 6:30 right now. So,
by the way, big TJ people. I don't know if you've had their bagged salads.
I have not, but I've seen you bring it to the board meetings.
The sweet onion.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Good to know.
Report back in real time.
I know TJ is right by now we're neighbors, by the way, our apartment. Okay, let's get to it. So, Diana, you wear so many hats. You're a mother, a wife, founder, communications expert, board member of FIDF, wellness enthusiast. In this season of life, who is Diana today?
Oh my gosh. It's a question that is so hard to answer. Who am I today? I think that I am a version of myself that has learned to embrace how intense I am. I've lived so much life seeking validation from the outside, and I'm in a chapter where I've learned how to self-validate with a lot of work.
And is that career or personally with the validation and
across the board?
Yeah.
I came out of the womb a type A psycho and have been an applause chaser forever. I was a drama kid growing up, an athlete, class president. And that energy doesn't go away. What becomes of the front row type A student as an adult,
Right. Wow. Okay. And tell us, you've spent years helping build Dr. Appa's brand from the inside. What did that experience teach you about building trust and influence in a lasting brand? Also, how long has his brand and his firm been around?
Yeah, so I was at Harry Winston for 8.5 years, and I was just trying to figure out what was going to be next for me. I loved Harry Winston. I could have stayed forever, but no one above me was leaving, and I was young in my career, and I still had a lot of learning, a lot to do.
And you were doing communications for
I was on the global PR team. So
Okay.
I did everything from product launches to store openings. And really at the end, I was owning celebrity dressing.
Wow.
And so I was 8.5 years in when I got a phone call from Dr. Appa's recruiter. And he said, many of your clients at Harry Winston are patients of this dentist. and he is looking to turn his practice into a brand. I was his first non-clinical hire.
Wow. Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. It was an amazing opportunity. And like I said, I could have been at Harry Winston forever, so I knew I wasn't going to leave for just anything. It really had to be something that was going to change my life. It sounds so crazy to say, but like really enrich me and teach me things that I wasn't otherwise learning.
Right.
And I met with him. There was no real job description. We met and I left that day like with a handshake deal that I was going to join the team.
Wow, that's awesome. That's actually a very strategic way of whether it was the doctor himself or like his, HR team reaching out to you, like this is where their clients go to Harry Winston, and like you would be the best person to serve the communications for his firm. That was very smart.
He is a very, very smart businessman. He's an incredible dentist, the best dentist.
Right.
And he's an incredible businessman. And there's no doubt. I mean, I've made it to this point because of many things, but a lot because of what I've learned under his leadership.
Also, you were already so familiar with the clientele and the level of expertise that the level of everything,
Totally.
Every finishing touch that customer is looking for. Like, I would assume someone shopping at Harry Winston is the same person going to see Dr. Appa.
Completely. He didn't want a PR person from another dental office.
Right.
He wanted someone from a luxury space.
Yes.
That could put
Very
the clinical behind.
Yeah.
And really focus on the patient experience.
Very cool. Wow. At what point did the conversation shift from being an employee to potentially becoming a business owner with Dr. Appa as one of your clients?
It's so crazy because I went into the conversation, ultimately the final conversation that we had where I said, I'm going off on my own and I hope you'll come with me. I went into that conversation 50-50. And looking back, I'm like, I should have known he was going to come with me. We've had an amazing relationship. We've done unbelievable work together.
Right.
But I know him, and I know that he likes his people where he can see them. And he wants to know he's getting the most out of everyone. Like, he gives 110%, and he wants every member of the team to do the same. And hearing the idea of the shift to client, I think I was so worried that he would hear that as me doing less for him. And I was so focused on ensuring that he understood that I was going to be able to do more for him because I was going to broaden my own network, my own experience.
I think that's so inspiring to see because there's not many bosses out there, if you will, that like to see their people go. Obviously, you spent time and money investing into your employees, and then to see them leave your firm, especially after 8 years where, they've been depending on you and everything, and then for them to support your, just not only like be happy for you that you're leaving and starting something on your own, but actually want to be still working with you and be engaged as your client. That's like, I wish there were more people out there like that, because that's the definition of not only a great boss, but like a great mentor and friend.
Completely. I've learned so much from him.
Yeah.
And actually a lot of the discipline, he was doing the morning workouts first and the morning selfie first. And
so he inspired you in all these ways.
He really did, because, we had a conversation. He takes a selfie every morning. And we had a conversation about it. And he was like, it's not a vanity play. It's an accountability thing. Like, I know I'm putting it out there. I know I want to look a certain way. It's a mental shift.
Right.
And I'm
look
setting
a certain
the
way
tone.
And feel a certain way. You can't fake a smile,
Completely.
know? Like, genuine happiness shows.
So I learned some of that from him. Don't worry about whether or not you're cringe. Like, do what you need to do to be accountable to yourself, and then put your phone away.
I love that. So do you take a selfie every morning?
Most mornings I do. And sometimes more than one.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking good, we're going to take a lot of selfies in the morning. Maybe I'll start doing that.
Yeah. I'm fortunate. It's not a big following. So I don't. I feel for the people that really they are influencers. That's their job. And they navigate hate and all that.
Oh, you mean taking a selfie and posting it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just taking the selfie.
No. That's like if a tree falls in a forest, did anyone hear it? You got to put it out there.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, respect.
That's the accountability piece.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, it works. I missed a morning workout, not the workout. I missed the selfie. And someone texted me and they were like, are you okay?
Did you not work out this morning? That's really funny. Wow. And for the record, Diana, she's like actually like I'll open up my Instagram when I'm like drinking my morning coffee and she has already been to Tracy. Like she's already been to her building gym. She is on it.
Listen, the person that I am without the workout is not a good person. It doesn't have to be a great workout. I could go walk on a treadmill, like whatever. It does not have to be an intense workout. But my job, by and large, is servicing other people. And I'm a wife, which is a partnership, but also
yeah, of course,
an act of service. And I'm a mom to little kids, one who cannot explain herself yet. She's 1.5.
Right.
So if I don't do something for myself in the morning,
we'll go crazy.
Yeah. By 4 o'clock, I'm evil.
Right. I just want to get back to Dr. Appa for a second.
I definitely think it's been tough for him to just I'm not in the office every day like I was before, or at least every day that he's in town. He's in town about half the month. And there are 4 Appa aesthetic offices, and he goes to each one week each month.
Where are all 4 of them? And actually, could you tell the audience, like, what is his bread and butter?
Yeah, for sure. So Dr. Appa is known for his smile makeovers. That is the hero offering at the practice. There's general dentistry too, like cleanings, whitenings, x-rays, your exams, all of that. But the way that you access the general dentistry is through cosmetic treatment.
Okay. And so it's like perfecting the smile, but I assume like some people might have beautiful teeth when they're smiling, but like their nose might be not centered to their I assume other things come into play with perfecting everything. It's not just the mouth.
Hit the nail on the head. So he's known for this thing called facial aesthetic design, which means he's taking in all of your facial features in the smile design process. And of course, we have conversations around like with patients. Are you planning to have plastic surgery? Or, all providers need to be in alignment, because if he does a smile makeover on someone and then they go get a nose job or they get a lip lift, he would have designed a different smile. Exactly.
I see. Has he had any clients that have come in with pre-existing like surgeries that are so out of whack and he couldn't even fix it? Or
yeah, we get patients at all different stages. I will say, as it relates to the teeth specifically, 60%, I think more, 65, 67% of his patients are redoing existing dental work.
Wow, that's a high percentage.
It kills me. And that's why we work so hard to communicate what is possible at Appa Aesthetic so that we can get that number down. And it's tricky because he only wants to advance the field.
Right.
So he's not going to shit talk another dentist. That's just not the MO.
So is that like the main driver, I guess, of what you're like pushing from a publicity standpoint for him? Like he is the guy to go to if you go somewhere else and something goes south, like you probably should have just started with him to begin with.
My day-to-day is literally a Mythbusters. Like I am just trying to show people you don't have to shave your teeth down to little needle teeth or shark teeth.
Right. Because that is a common misconception of like, what, that you have to do that to get veneers, that you have to like shave your teeth down until these little roots are showing, and then you put on the beautiful white pearls, and that's not the case.
Right. So not only is it common, but TikTok has normalized it. People think that's just a natural part of getting a smile makeover, and it's not.
Right.
So there's a lot around, we call it prep, how much the tooth has to be prepared before it is restored. So much around that, so much around color. If you look at someone's smile and you know they had their teeth done, that's a failure. You shouldn't be able to tell.
It should feel more natural.
Yes. Restored teeth should look like teeth.
Right.
And so that is, oh my gosh, for as long as I'm with Dr. Appa, it will be my life's work to get that out there.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So back to leaving and taking him in as a client and starting this firm on your own, what was the biggest lesson from betting on yourself for the first time? Because this was, 14 years into your career.
I started at before Harry Winston, I was at Pix 11 News for a very short time.
I see that for you, though. That's so cool.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. But I was a freelancer. Every 2 weeks I got a schedule, and it was just not a match for my type A
I
personality.
Understand that, yeah.
But yeah, I started working in 2012. It's so hard to answer because I feel like I'm still in it.
Right.
And every day I feel like is a new discovery. The highs are so high and the lows are so low, and it feels like there's no in between.
I think that's for any new business, though.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool about taking the risk, right? And I think the fact that he believes in you, trusts you, that's like also your best marketing at the end of the day. Like for other potential clients, customers you're going to take on, the fact that you have this story of like you worked for him for almost 6 years and now he's your first client and this is a big name, and you also have Harry Winston under your belt for 8 years. Like, even if there's a bad day and, one other client goes south, like,
right,
you have this reputable.
So by the way, I had to work on that in therapy. This idea that like you could think you're doing your best work and a client could still be disappointed. And I had that with Dr. Appa, times where I thought I absolutely crushed something and he was hung up on the 1% that could have been better.
Right.
And, that's going to happen. And the important thing is that you don't internalize that as a reflection of like who you are as a professional.
100%.
And I had to really embrace that and be prepared. And you know what? I've had different chapters of life where I can be a sensitive person.
Me too.
And so in some ways, like when I show up to work, like it's almost a performance in that I have to like really, I have to put on that thick skin. I don't wear that naturally.
Right. Oh, but for people like us who are sensitive souls, it is important to remember that, this is business. Like we're in the, in terms of this area of life, it's business and it's not personal. Like if their business goals don't align with some amazingly creative idea, that's okay. Like you can recycle that idea for another use case in the future, like great ideas are great ideas, but they're not always great business ideas.
Completely. And,
or maybe they are, and that person just was not smart enough to realize it and they regretted it later on and hire you again to make it work again. You never know. Like in the future, it's funny how things come back. Totally. I've always noticed.
Totally. And I think also, I'm a boss now and I had to learn, and I still struggle with it, like the importance of delivering direct feedback. And now that I have clients and I work with teams at these different companies, team members all operate differently. I've had to learn a lot of different working styles and learn how to be a mentor and boss to those people.
Yeah. So you've hired people. Do you have a team now?
So I work with people, but I also, when I come in, one of my clients, I came in as a fractional CMO. And so I am working with her marketing team.
Very cool.
And so I've had to learn their personalities.
You're a functioning part of their team.
Exactly.
And learn the dynamics of the group already.
Yes. And I'm a context person. Like if someone's going to ask me to do something, like sell me on why I'm doing this.
Right.
Even if it's as simple as like email this patient to reschedule. I want to hear that like this is a luxury and this rescheduling is better for this person and that like I want to be so clued in to everything and like buy into the story.
I think that's very good advice for people listening. Context is everything.
For me, it is.
Yeah.
Some people can be overwhelmed by information. And less is more. And I think the most important thing is to know the communication style of the person that you're communicating with. And then you have to match their style.
Yeah.
But it's hard. And it goes back to that idea of like getting dressed for work and showing up to be the person that's going to be able to deliver. And that is something I learned from Dr. Appa.
That's so awesome. It's great to have a mentor that you learned these things from.
Yes.
Yeah. And before we get into more of your work, I just want to hear, what would like an exemplary, I guess like when you have a new client, how do you take them on? Like, do you do an exercise with interview questions to get to know their existing branding, communication style? Like, what's your DR firm way of like integrating and onboarding a new client?
It's a great question. I'm a believer in that skills can be taught, skills can be learned. Personality fit first. And I've been so lucky that my clients now, they were referrals. I've been so lucky. Like I haven't had to go out and pound the pavement that way to acquire the business. I've had to pound the pavement and many other things to maintain the business and my sanity. But I've been very, very lucky with how the clients came my way.
Word of mouth.
And
like I said,
I was doing some side projects for people.
Take it from 2 marketing executives.
Yes. So I was doing the side projects for people back, in 2023, and then things just kind of evolved into more. And I mean, it's like online dating. Like we have a meeting, either virtual or in person, and I'm really just sussing out if it's going to be a personality fit.
Oh, has there ever been a client you don't take on because it's not the right personality fit?
Been things that I've sort of like backburnered or stalled or I don't think I've passed on anyone. You know what? There was the thing that's coming to mind, which is not really the question that you asked, but I'll tell you anyway.
Tell me.
Is we had a client come through, a referral. It was actually super flattering. It was a referral from someone that I had spoken to, but we hadn't even started working together yet.
Okay.
And she referred someone.
Wow.
Right. I know.
That's
like
okay.
Right. I'm like, I give good first date, you know?
Right. Yeah. Very good first date.
So she referred someone and we met. And this was before I had the conversation with Dr. Appa about whether or not he was going to come with me.
Okay.
She had a low budget. She's not in the city. She's in a suburb in New Jersey. And she's building practice. And she had a tight budget. But I just like believed in her and kind of fell in love with her. And I just wanted to make sure I was good. Like if Appa left me, like there was money coming in and I had a business to stand on. And so I said yes. And there were different points in the project. It's a 2-part project. We actually just started part 2. But there were moments in the first phase where I'm like, oh, this is like so much work for like, it's not the setup that I would do today. It's the most rewarding client.
That is so awesome.
And I love her. And I've learned so much from working with her. And listen, like I am running a business. You have to be smart and strategic with your time. I have a husband and kids. So it's not for everyone, but I'm so glad that I took it on. And I do feel like there was some kind of divine intervention. Like I had a feeling, just say yes. And thank God.
That's really good insight for people to hear when they're starting a new business and, have a similar scenario where they're not sure if they want to take someone on because it will be a big time commitment and maybe not as much of a budget they were looking for. But I think especially when you're starting out, you have to take that leap of faith. If you think there's something to gain from it, whether it's like the case study to showcase on your website or just a great example to always like look back to when you're pitching to future clients, that it builds your brand.
It builds your brand and it builds your confidence.
Yeah.
And,
that's awesome.
I do so much at Appa Aesthetic and for Dr. Appa. There's 14 associates. We're getting ready to open a 5th location. I was a part of the opening of the Miami office.
So we're in Manhattan, Miami,
LA and Dubai.
Ooh la la.
And we're preparing for Dallas. So I do everything from philanthropic partnerships, new location openings, brand partnerships, symposiums, content. I mean, I could go on, traditional PR, VIP and influencer, so many things. And so Appa really represents like the 360, like the full scope of what is possible. And for the most part, my clients now, they're sampling the menu. They're not doing everything the way that he is.
Right.
And so I was worried. Like I really knew who I was at Appa Aesthetic.
Yeah.
As his like global communications director, and I wasn't 100% sure who I was
outside of just doing this
DRTF
active work for him.
Like, what does it look like? I'm also a huge Kool-Aid drinker. Like, I live my life in superlatives.
I love that you acknowledge that.
Oh, I am an extremist through and through.
I'm a little bit of a Kool-Aid drinker myself. Yeah.
I live passionately. I don't want to do anything halfway.
I think in marketing, we have to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, I would never market anything.
Because we're storytelling. That's what marketing is. And when you're telling a story, you have to love the story. Otherwise, you're going to do a crappy job doing that.
One of my clients is Dr. Ira Savetsky, the plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
And as part of my mommy makeover, I did this like face tight situation.
Can you tell us about the situation you've done with Dr. Savetsky?
Oh, I will bear all. I will take my pants off. You might have to cut it out, but I'll do it all. No, I did face tight, and then I had him do a little TLC to the saddlebag area.
Okay.
He did, like some lipo on the saddlebag and body tight to like tighten the skin.
And you're looking so natural. I would have she was telling me right before the episode, I would have never known that you did these things.
Beauty is in the eye of the provider.
It's an art.
And his aesthetic and my aesthetic are aligned. Like what Dr. Savetsky thinks is beautiful, I'm like, yes, agreed. Yeah. And anyway, so I went to him for my mommy makeover, and then I let Marie Claire do like a tell-all on this face tight, and people were
amazing.
I mean, I come from like a very stereotypical like Jewish family. My mom was raised in Richmond, Virginia. She's like a conservative Southern mentality.
Okay.
They could not believe that I put this out there on the internet. Like, oh my, because it's
they find it more shameful.
Yeah, like no one has to know what you want to change about yourself. Like we present that we're perfect, and whatever is imperfect in your eyes, you're fixing behind the scenes, not publicly.
But what's the phrase, like, if you walk, you're walking the talk.
Yes.
You're walking the talk, right? Like, this is your entire career and life. So, like, when you partake in it, why would you hide it, right? If the doctor did an amazing job and you're so happy with how it looks, like, I respect that.
I also think, like, everything in moderation. And if it bothers you to the point of distraction and you have the means to fix it, fix it.
I agree.
Like, live your life.
Yeah.
You have one life. And I think like normalizing that is so important. And I don't know, like cluing people in. I can't think of anything more off-putting than being around someone who's done so many things to take care of themselves, and you have no idea and they act like it's natural. Or like everyone knows those girls that are like, oh, I can eat whatever I want. I've never had to worry about it a day in my life. It's like, okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And you leave, you're like, what's wrong with me that I'm not in that camp?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to contribute to that.
No, I so respect that honesty. That's so cool, because I think a lot of people out there do this and that and say nothing about it.
Oh, yeah. No, I had the team at Dr. Appa reshape my teeth. Yeah. A little of this, a little of that.
I know. And I was just saying, like, I love that you're so open about it, because there are so many girls out there, and guys too, that say nothing about the fact that they did anything, and they're just like, this is all natural. And it just, kind of makes other people feel bad. Like, why not be honest?
It's unnecessary. Like, listen, I love a map. I love to follow a map.
Yeah.
And if someone goes on a vacation that looks amazing, send me the itinerary. If they're in a cute outfit, send me the link.
Send me the link.
Yeah. So if you're doing something that's making you look and feel your best and it is just radiating, share it.
Spread it.
Yeah.
Amen. I completely agree. So you were telling me, we were speaking earlier, you work across aesthetics, concierge medicine, longevity, wellness, jewelry, other luxury brands. What's a common thread? You were speaking a lot about this common thread that connects the people and the businesses you choose to represent. You were saying like they all have this thing in common.
Yeah. Yeah. I think of DRTF as the little black book.
Tell me about that. That sounds so cool, little black book. So what does that mean?
Let's say you go to Dr. Appa for a smile makeover.
Okay.
But now you're wondering about a plastic surgeon or where to buy a diamond. DRTF represents that luxury black book where all of the brands, all of the providers appeal to the same demo. And we become like a referral resource.
So cool.
Yeah.
You're right, because I think a lot of those customers are repeated customers in all of those areas, right?
Exactly.
Because if you want to change something, like we said, in moderation, everything, nothing too crazy. But if there is something about your appearance that you're like, I like how I look, but I think it would be even better with this, and why not? Life is short. I just want to do this a little quick fix.
Yep.
They obviously have the means to be able to go to Harry Winston and do all these other things, because these are expensive. This is a luxury consumer.
Totally.
Right?
People shop at Harry Winston because it takes the guesswork out. the brand means something. You know you're getting the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
I want DRTF to be that across the board for luxury.
Right. The king of diamonds for every.
We take the guesswork out. You can trust our recommendation.
Yeah.
And part of that is that, like, I drink the Kool-Aid. I sample the goods. Like, I wouldn't promote something that I didn't believe in, wouldn't do myself.
I could not agree more, truly. As like a brand and marketing, that's both of our expertise, actually. I'm just on like the real estate and hospitality side instead, but you have to drink the Kool-Aid. Otherwise, the brand storytelling will not come out right.
Right. And you'll burn important relationships. Like, a lot of my work deals with VIP and influencer.
Right.
I text an influencer and say, like, hey, come check out my new client. And it's like a botched experience.
That's your entire reputation.
She doesn't trust me anymore.
Of course.
So nothing, and this is also where I've been so lucky with Harry Winston and with Dr. Appa, like, nothing is worth a story.
Yes.
In the sense of, like, you're not going to compromise your reputation.
Yes, just for the sake of getting something publicized.
Yeah. And so I've been really lucky. There have been some things with Dr. Appa where, like, we say no.
Yeah, we
miss
have to
the
pass
story
on things. Yeah.
Because it's not worth.
If it's not aligned with, your brand and something you guys don't necessarily trust.
Exactly.
You have to pass on something that seems like it's a great opportunity with tons of reach and exposure, but it's not on brand.
Completely. By the way, I started with a client and the scope of work was a launch. It was a new offering in a new location. And the first week into the account, I was like, oh my God, I can't do these launches. Like, I don't understand the brand. Like, the brand identity isn't solid. I knew enough about the brand to know that I really liked it. And I'd called some people that were patients and we did a sampling. So I knew it was good, but I didn't feel that the external world would know that it was good or even really understand what it was. And so we had to pivot, and I had to basically get the founder on board with, like, we need to spend the first 2 months doing a rebrand.
Wow. Okay, so you're really touching it all.
Yes.
That's so cool. You've spent your career around successful doctors, founders, entrepreneurs, influencers, public figures. What have the most respected people you've worked with had in common, would you say?
Discipline.
Do you think you learned a lot of your discipline and structure from those people?
Definitely. Yeah, it's like a relentless commitment to the discipline, and it's a lack of shame around it. I struggled in the beginning when I wanted to wake up early. When I realized the only way I was going to be able to do a workout or have time to myself was if I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, that means, like, I can't stay out all night.
Right.
And I struggled in the beginning with, like, I didn't want to be the loser at the table that was like, guys, I got to go. I have to go to bed. Or Brian, my husband, can be like a bit of a night owl. And I want to have that time with him. But I also don't want to start my day on the wrong note. And then our relationship suffers because I'm in a terrible mood.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you're not in the
it's not
best
worth
place.
It. Yeah.
Of course.
And so I really struggled, but I learned from the people around me that I really respect. My old boss at Harry Winston, Lauren, who's now the godmother to my girls, and of course, Dr. Appa. But I learned from people that, like, it's just a relentless commitment to the things that are important to you.
Yeah.
You can't worry about the noise.
That's really great advice, really sound advice. So you learn from these people. They are like experts in taking care of their mind, body. They were waking up early, doing a workout, taking a selfie, maybe posting it. Like, what's your, I mean, everyone's day changes, but what's your like routine then? Like, I know you're posting early, you're holding yourself accountable, but like, and I love how it ends with, you guys are out and leaving a little early if you have to because you have stuff to do in the morning.
Totally.
Like, walk me through a day in the life.
So definitely the morning workout.
Yeah. So you're waking up at 5.
Between 5 and 6, it depends on the day. It depends if I'm going to a client's office. But I'll tell you, this morning I got up at, I think it was 5:55, and I didn't get my workout in until midday. And I was determined. I was like, I cannot, even if it's like 15 minutes and I do like 10 crunches, like whatever, but I just need to do something where psychologically.
It's more for the mind.
It's for the mind.
Yeah.
It really is for the mind. And so, yeah, it's crazy. And sometimes I'm like, how insane is it that if I don't start my workout at like 5:15 or 5:30, it might not happen. But the other day, actually, a girlfriend texted me that she does a class that starts at 5 and she leaves her house at 4:40.
Oh my God.
So it can always be worse. You
Right,
know?
right.
That's another
wow.
important life lesson. But the day looks like a morning workout. I try to get up before the house is awake because it just makes me feel like it's me with me.
Peaceful Diana time.
Yeah. I just think, you know, in this like adult season, like there are not many moments where it's just you versus you.
Does Brian ever do these morning workouts with you? Oh, that's cute.
And I love when he does because, you know, like an early part of our dating life was doing workouts together.
Yeah.
Actually, I think our second date was Soul Cycle.
That's so cute. So on brand.
And I'll say my girlfriends were like, you're going to marry this guy. He came to Soul Cycle with you.
True. And you did. And now we have two kids.
We did. But yeah, so I do love when he works out with me. It's like kind of nostalgic.
Yeah, that's cute.
It reminds me of like a simpler time, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the morning. And then it's the mania of the kids, getting the kids up and dressed and packed. And like, you know, we have a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. So the 3.5-year-old can participate and talk.
Right.
Although, you know.
Yeah, I'm just 3-year-olds.
I go back and forth between talk less and talk more.
Right. Oh.
And the 1.5-year-old, we're starting to have a shared experience, but she cannot really communicate what she wants. And my gosh, it could just, I saw a meme that was like being a mom is like, you know, being overstimulated and thinking you could not possibly be more stimulated and then realizing you can in fact be more stimulated.
That's really funny.
So that's the morning. And then it's like off to the races for the workday. And it could be at a client, it could be at home. Sometimes it's a combination of the two.
Right.
I have a summer intern.
Oh, great.
Which, you know, it's like it gets worse before it gets better kind of thing. So like, and now we're in the it gets better. She's trained, she's onboarded, she's crushing.
She's executing.
And then it is pick up, dinner, bath, bed, and whatever like work or social commitments
dinner
we
plans,
have.
FIDF events or board meeting. But it's
crazy.
Something I've really respected about. I mean, we're going to touch on the discipline even more, but like it's true. Like you will show up to every FIDF event, every meeting, and if the event goes past X time, like you and Brian are out waiting for the Uber. And I'm like, that's so cool. She goes to everything. She really makes the commitment for this. Like, and still make sure that she's home to do the things that are important to her. And like, it's really commendable.
I think to come like full circle with your first question about where I am in life right now. And, you know, like I've learned so much from Brian and from my own personal therapy, like the difference between doing something sincerely and doing something because you feel like you have to.
Right.
And I've learned how to say no to the things that are just not a fit for whatever reason, or they're going to stretch me too thin. And oh my gosh, I used to be the one that like had to shut down the party. I think some of it was like, it was anxiety. I was like, oh my, I'm going to miss something. I'm going to be on the outside of an inside
I'm telling
joke.
you, I was the same as you. Truly. I never wanted to miss out on anything. I was always the last person to leave a party.
Yes.
There is something to being able to leave when you want to, saying no to someone. I have felt like a freer, just a better version of myself ever since I made this shift as well.
Because you're honoring what's important to you. And like, that is so important. You know, my parents were so strict growing up. I had a 10 p.m. curfew until the day I left for college.
Same.
And we were in the burbs. Most of my friends lived 45 minutes away, so I couldn't even go to the parties. By the time I got there, I'd have to turn around and go home.
Right.
And so being an adult, I mean, I'm 36 years old. And to this day, when I'm out, I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to leave.
Right.
You know, it's like those 18 formidable years at home. I mean, you just can't erase them. They live with you forever.
I know.
And so in so many ways, I'm still like that kid. And I have to remind myself, like, I could stay. But do I really want to? And like, is it for the right reasons? And Brian has helped me so much with that because from the beginning, like, he has no FOMO. None.
I love that. I love that you married someone with no FOMO too.
It's a yin and yang.
Yes, 100%. I just have to tell this story because it's so fun. I mean, it's not like a long story, but it's just a little sidebar, if you will. No, it's like a little sidebar. I just thought it was so funny. So we have these FIDF, Friends of the Israeli Defense Forces board meetings every like every other month.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so it's like 50 of us, right?
Yes.
And we sit at this big conference room. It's either at my company, Sage's, like Oasis Amenity Space, or it's at Fried Frank Law Firm's, like, conference room as well. And we always do, like, a group order on Seamless of, like, sushi or, like, a gyro bowl or a wrap or rice bowl, whatever it is that, like, people want to order. And we're always partaking. But this one time, I mean, I think you're always bringing your own food. And there was this one time where Diana brought, like, a salad that she made from home that looked absolutely divine. She brought soy sauce, low sodium, from her refrigerator from her apartment. And she is, like, making the salad in the conference room. And I'm like, this girl is so disciplined. I love it. Like, if you're going to leave the house and leave your kids and your husband on a weeknight for, like, how long are these meetings? 2
hours.
2 hours plus the time getting there. Like, and it's always during dinner time.
Yes.
You will not sacrifice, like, your organic food or your healthy food. Like, and, all these restaurants, even if we're getting a salad or sushi and it's all, for convenience, and I'm guilty, I've done the order, but, like, they're filled with sodium and all this crap. And, like, at the end of the day, it's fine. It's not killing us. Like, it's better than getting, like, McDonald's, of course, but you are just, like, so on it with taking care of yourself and loving yourself, like, your mental state, your body, because, like, what you eat also, the result is also not just, like, continuing to keep your figure. Obviously, that's a added benefit, but you just feel better, right? You go to sleep feeling less sluggish. You wake up
1000%.
the next day. Like,
listen,
I
love junk food. God. Love junk food. Salt and vinegar chips, like, top tier.
Yeah.
Sour Patch, top tier. Love it.
So you will do, like, you'll have some candy, you'll have some chips, but that's just, like, a tiny snack. For your meals, you're keeping it.
I try, I don't know if you know Tanya Zucker brought an F Factor.
My sister Allie used to work for her, actually. Yeah.
Listen, she's making a comeback. It is coming back, and thank God, because
F Factor coming back?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but, like, DM'd and, like, it's
I love
coming
that.
back.
Good for her. By the way, Tanya is, like, a huge I think she is an FIDF supporter.
They chaired the last, I think, 2 galas.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't
So she's
amazing.
Okay, so fun fact. She came on Pix 11 in 2011 when I was working for Pix, and she was, like, the nutrition consultant. Anytime we were doing some kind of panel that was, like, food or beverage related, she'd come on.
She's the founder of F Factor, by the way, for those who haven't heard of her, although I feel like most of our community probably has.
Yes.
It's all about, like, protein and fiber, and I read her book, and it actually, I really loved it. I feel like it really
changed my life.
It really did, yeah.
I bopped between diets. I would do, like, crazy extreme things. She was the first thing that I, like, understood. It wasn't just rules, it was an education.
She speaks to women like us, or not just women,
Yes.
people like us, where she wasn't like, you have to cook every meal at home and you have to make salmon and grilled chicken with almost no sauce on it. She was like, we're going to restaurants in the city, and, like, don't stop doing that. Keep going out, order your Sancerre, like, but here's the types of things you should be ordering at an Italian restaurant or a Greek restaurant or a sushi restaurant. And if you're still hungry, like, order a side of spinach. And I was like, she's so right. Like, I'm not going to stop going to these restaurants. I love to go out. Like,
literally.
And I want to have a glass of wine once in a while,
I
or
want to have a glass
two.
of wine. Also, pad thai is a favorite of mine.
I love pad thai.
Sushi with rice.
We have to go to Up Thai now that we
to Up Thai
in the hood.
Sushi with rice. So I'm not, it works for a time if you're like, don't have this. But if I don't understand the rule, I can't sustain that. And so she was, the first person where I really understood what she was explaining. And she's a big 80-20 person. And I would say that's how I am too. Like, I love to indulge. I love to eat healthy. But I did bring soy sauce and ponzu sauce to that board meeting because sushi without the right condiments, forget it.
I agree. No, it's not worth eating.
Yeah, so I didn't want to chance it. I didn't know what this Uber Eats situation was going to be. I didn't know if the restaurant understood how much sodium I like to consume.
Right.
So BYO.
No, that
sauce
was
all day.
Bring your own soy sauce. I love that. No, that's like, I totally respect the fact that you brought the food, and the 80-20 thing. Has becoming a mother changed the way you think about ambition, success, taking care of yourself?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm sure it has.
In so many ways. It's the most incredible life chapter. And I think that being a mom, it's given me a lot of confidence. It's helped me with boundaries. I've been able to be direct in a way that was never really a part of my identity or personality. But you have to be, because like you're the first line of defense for your family.
Yeah.
And so I've grown a lot. It's like I feel like I'm parenting myself while I'm parenting my kids, and that is just beautiful and amazing. A lot of what I've done professionally and the pivot to starting my own thing, I think about my kids. Like, I don't want to have to ask someone permission to go to read your kid a book at 11 a.m. day. You know?
You will simply finish the project for the
Yeah,
client
I'm an adult and I
after
get my work
taking them
done.
to bed. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I want clients that know that. If there's a project, it's going to be done. Don't worry about where I am and what time it's happening. So that was definitely an impetus. You know, I joke with Brian, like, I can take off any day I want, but like it's going to be a long time before I take any time off.
Yeah.
It's a very funny combination.
That's funny.
Where I'm working every hour of the day. But definitely thinking about my kids and the life that I want to provide for them, the type of mom that I want to be for them is so important to me.
What do you hope your children learn from watching the way you live your life?
I hope they learn their own version of confidence. I hope that like self-love is really at the forefront of the things that they do, and that they learn how to validate themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's like the most important life skill.
Yeah, it is.
And I want them to live for them. You know, I'm struggling with Gal, my toddler, because she's picking out crazy outfits. And, you know, it's like one day everything changes. 1 minute you're dressing them, and like the next day they have opinions.
Right. Oh my God.
And love her, but the fashion sense, I don't, you know.
Right. She'll get there with the fashion
It's not
sense.
there for me.
She's only 3, right?
She's only 3.
Yeah.
She's only 3.
Yeah.
Her taste is very specific, very different from mine.
No, I see your stories on Instagram of her. She's adorable.
She's adorable.
So adorable.
But it's been a test for me, you know, in so many ways, like supporting her as she's finding herself and her own creativity. And also like parting with this idea of like that if I had her in a certain outfit and someone ran into us and saw her, like that it would mean something about who I am as a mom, who she is, what our family is. Like, that's a lie.
Of this brand reputation, like the whole, it's your career that's like
the branding.
Yeah, it's the branding thing. And this is one of the boundaries where it's like, yeah, she's a little kid. She can wear a tutu and Nike sneakers. Like,
totally.
It's okay.
And it doesn't mean I'm a bad mom, our family's in disarray.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it's just your kid having fun.
Right. And like embracing that has been such an important exercise for me, and a really rewarding one.
I think that's beautiful.
It's a challenge, man. My God, I will
She'll
say,
laugh at it when she's older. She'll
hope
be like,
so.
"Oh my God, Mom, you put me in this outfit."
I hope so. You know, one of the things one of the thoughts I had was like, oh my gosh, is she going to look back at photos and think like, all of these other kids were in these like cute matching outfits. Like, what the hell happened in my house? There's so many ways. Dak Shepard always says like, there's so many ways to fuck up your kid. And like, it's so true. I'm like, God help me if that's what she ends up saying. And I've put all this energy into like just letting her
When
flourish.
you're a 3-year-old, it's adorable. Like,
we say as long as she's safe. Like if it's winter, she will be in like seasonally appropriate clothes.
Yes.
If it's hot outside, she'll be in a t-shirt or a tank
Correct.
top. So if it's safe, great.
Yeah.
Beyond that, God help me.
No, that's hilarious. But I mean, I think you will be inspiring. I mean, the older they get, they'll see how much you're doing as a mother. I mean, they see it now, but they'll like appreciate it more, you know, and they'll learn from you that the apple never falls far from the tree. Like,
I hope so.
One thing I love about my parents is that they take such good care of themselves, like their bodies, their minds. They have a really great communication with each other. They're both working out. They both have trainers that they used in the suburbs for years, and they still use the trainer now that they moved to Florida and use him like on FaceTime. Like they're keeping up with it. They play tennis. Like I'm like, that's amazing. Like, you know, there's
the communication. I mean, I feel like you nailed it with that piece. It's like there's a saying that, you know, if you don't address a feeling or a thought or a feeling, it comes out sideways. And I think I lived a lot of my life with some stuff coming out sideways. So like
Right.
just learning to get in touch with what's going on with yourself.
With yourself and with your partner.
Totally.
Because those are the prime examples for your kids.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really special. Okay, we're going to do a little rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, coffee or matcha?
Ooh, it depends on the day. So
Like that.
yeah, it depends on the day. During pregnancy, both pregnancies, I had an aversion to coffee. And I will say I'm a decaf drinker.
Me too.
But I do love a cappuccino, and I start most mornings with a decaf cappuccino. But both pregnancies, aversion, and so matcha it stole the spotlight, and now I go 50-50.
I'm a hard coffee girl, and I can't matcha. I don't get it. Pilates or strength training?
Both. You need them both.
I need to do more Pilates. Morning workout or evening workout?
Morning. The later in the day it gets, the less likely I am to do it.
Yeah. See, for me, I don't always feel that way, but I think when you have kids, you have to do it. There's no other time.
Yeah. I wasn't a morning person,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can do crazy things when you feel like there's no other
Listen,
option.
as long as you get it in, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Favorite spa in the world?
Favorite spot?
Spa.
Oh, spa. Favorite spa. I'm not a spa person.
Are you not? Wow.
Yeah, I feel like my apartment. I'm a big.
I love that answer.
My higher dose blanket.
I love that.
Oh my gosh! Like put me in my blanket in front of the TV.
Amazing.
An executive workout, if you will.
I love
It's
that.
the best 45-minute sweat session.
Oh my God. Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
I maybe I should get one.
I'm an
kind of
efficiency.
toying with
Like
the
I
idea.
love like an Asian spa situation. Like,
Yeah,
cheap
yeah.
and chic.
Like a foot massage, one of those.
Totally.
Yeah. Four Seasons. Not to
Foot?
be confused with the hotel. Do you know Four Seasons on like West 8th?
I know Four Seasons. I know All Seasons. I know Tai Chi.
All Seasons.
I know them
yes.
all.
Okay.
I know them all.
I
I've
love
got
those
punch
spots.
cards for all of them.
I've got punch cards. I'm obsessed with that. Okay. Most underrated self-care ritual.
2 minutes of brushing your teeth, morning and night.
Really?
Yeah, my Appa toothbrush, like and I think many toothbrushes are set like this. Like,
So they make a toothbrush.
Appa
Appa
he makes a toothbrush and it goes until the 2-minute mark. The first couple times I was like, how long is 2 minutes? Like, is it broken? Like, why is it still going? But now I'm very used to it.
But
And
that's
actually,
true.
I
It
joke
makes
with
you-
Dr. Appa, I save it for after my morning workout. When the alarm goes off and I'm getting ready for the workout, it's a handheld. Like it's a 15-second. Like I don't want to give myself too much time to talk myself out of the workout.
Smart.
Yeah. Oh, the morning routine before the workout it's seconds long.
That's interesting. So you're doing a handheld
Yeah.
toothbrushing.
I'm doing a quick contact.
Quick.
There's no
Get
like,
on the
skincare
mat or
routine.
wherever you're going to work out.
Yeah.
And then you come back and do the proper Appa toothbrush for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Because can I tell you, you can want to do something. Like in your core, in your heart, you could want to do something and you could still talk yourself out of it.
Right.
You can know that your day will be better if you do this thing. Right. Like,
Getting there is the hardest part.
I think
mentally.
people in long-term relationships hearing this will understand. Like, I can tell myself, do not pick a fight with Brian. Brian is he's an amazing dad, amazing husband. Like, just don't be bitchy, controlling to him. We could be together 10 seconds and an evil alter ego will come out. And I've told myself, don't.
Right.
It's the same with the morning workout. I can go to bed and be like, I am so excited to do this morning workout. My day will be better for it. And then I can wake up, be 2 minutes into my teeth brushing and be like,
Start
you know
thinking
what?
about something else you have to do today.
I'm going to fill an Amazon cart for no reason. Yes.
Or like start working on this client. Yeah.
Self-talk
I
is
love that.
crazy.
It is crazy. So I respect the 15
Sorry, this is like
handheld.
the worst rapid fire.
I
I'm
know.
just
No,
telling-
it's fine.
It's a monologue for every question.
Rapid-ish fire. Favorite restaurant in New York?
Wandi Siam.
Where's that?
Best Thai food ever on 9th between 52nd and 53rd. Actually, I think they moved down a block. They're in a new space. Now I think it's like 53rd and 54th.
Okay.
The best Thai food.
I love Thai food. I can't wait to try that.
The
Amazing.
best.
A brand that does storytelling exceptionally well.
Gosh, there's so many. I mean, I'm going to have to go with Appa.
Yeah, you're going to have to go with Appa aesthetic, of course. Best career advice you've ever received?
You rise together, you fall together.
Amen. One word you hope women use more often to describe themselves.
Baller.
Fuck yeah. I love that. Baller. Thanks, baller. All right. If someone listening today is sitting on an idea, a business, or a next chapter they're afraid to pursue, what would you want them to know?
Do it, because wondering is worse than failing. And, there's different schools of thought. I started DRTF while I had a full-time in-house job. And I know there are people who say, like, you can't quit, go all in. Okay, maybe that works for some people. It wasn't going to work for me.
Yeah.
Take the chance. Like, stay up all night, work all weekend. You'll find out if you really want to do it.
Yeah. Do it, baller. Okay, that was amazing. Diana, thank you so much for joining us today. This was so much fun.
Thanks for having me.
I loved having you. One of the things I've always admired about you is that you've built a life that feels so incredibly intentional. Like, I feel like everything you do, and I love how you're not, shy to show any of it on Instagram. Like, we should be sharing more. It holds us more accountable. I mean, I appreciate people wanting to be private and keep things, more to themselves. But I think if you are someone that has a hard time keeping your discipline and holding yourself accountable, like, it doesn't have to be on Instagram either. It can be like a group chat with your friends or with your partner, with your sister, brother, whatever. Take a picture and send it to someone. It holds you accountable. It makes everything in your life feel more intentional. And the idea of how you take such good care of yourself is remarkable.
I know social media is social by definition. It doesn't have to be. Like, it can be your living diary.
Right.
You don't have to post based on what you think someone else will think of the content.
Right. It can even be a private account that you have that no one follows, and it's completely private, and you're just posting things and no one can see it. It's just for yourself.
Every pot has a lid. There's going to be people who love what you're putting out there. There's going to be people who don't. There's going to be people you disappoint. They think they love everything. You put out one post, they're like, what's this?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just do it. Baller. Sorry, I'm not over that. But what I think is so cool is that you saw this opportunity also to, not leave Dr. Appa, but transition your relationship with him, if you will, into something bigger and better for you and him and tons of other clients at the end of the day. So I really, take my hat off to that. I also think you reminded us today that credibility matters, trust matters, reputation matters. Sometimes it can get blend into your personal life too, but you set boundaries, also really commendable. They're built through consistency, discipline, and showing up over and over again. You've built this career around helping people become known, but what I find most impressive is you've done it while staying true to yourself, your values, your family, your community. I think that's why so many people trust you at the end of the day. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your story and perspective.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This has been the best.
Bye.